Michael Bounty Hunter. Last time I saw you, it was a very good interview before you fight in Saudi Arabia, but I know the fight did not go like you wanted versus Oleksandr.
Yeah.
Let's start with that. Let's bring the bad memories.
Well, I would have to say, I can't blame anybody but myself, you know. I was supposed to knock him out and get him up out of there, you know. He wasn't supposed to be standing. So the fact that he was standing to me in the 12th round, you know, I give him all the respect or whatever, but the fact that he was standing, he deserved a draw. So more power to him, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of discussion about you being a boogeyman of the heavyweight division. I see you as a cross of, you're not going to be offended, cross between Oleksandr Usyk, which is always good, with, I'm going to go back, David Haye. Is it okay? Could you take it?
That's a good one. I like that. That's a good one. I accept that all the way. You know, Usyk, you know, can't say nothing about the reigning champ, and David Haye, champion too. So that's a good. I like that one. I never heard that one. That's a good one.
I just made it up on the spot, Michael. But let's, you know, you're always smiling. You're the same guy before the fight, after the fight, month after the fight, 2 months before the fight, right. The same guy. But what do you envision for yourself in the next coming months? The best case scenario.
Man, the best case scenario is I fight somebody very soon.
Okay.
And then at the end of the year,
could you give me the initials?
I don't know anybody, but you know, somebody that's not somebody that's from England maybe or something. But then they give me, you know, maybe the winner out of them, or you know, a Fury fight. I mean, not a Fury, Anthony Joshua. You know, that's just.
But I mentioned the Usyk name, there's Povetkin, there's a lot of rematches that I'm sure you would love to have.
Martin
Bakole, for example. Is it something, by the way, Bakole fights the guy from... Hrgovic.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one?
I like that fight.
You like this fight?
Yeah.
Who do you have in this fight? Before we're going to start asking you...
That's a tough one. That's why I like it. It's a hard one for me to call. This is going to really give a good assessment about who Martin
I have Bakole
is. And that's the thing. You know, my trainer Rock told me that I wasn't going to get a lot of credit for Martin Bakole, for beating Martin Bakole, until a few years later. So I think he's a problem to deal with for anybody. I'll tell you. You know, I looked over him, even though I got the win. I did look past him. You know, and I think he's. This is gonna. He pulls this off. He's gonna. We're gonna be talking about that rematch.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Now you have two guys behind you, and you're gonna be in a front row on Saturday. Skill versus skill. I mean, people are saying. I mean, many fans are saying Deontay Wilder is just a windmill guy. One shot. Do you see him this way? I see him as much more complicated, especially in the last couple of years. I think so. He developed into the fighter who can do a lot of things. Can he or he can't?
I would agree. I would agree with that. He's very athletic, so by nature he can do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a difficult person to. He's not as easy as people think. You know, I think.
As the record shows.
Yes. And you know, I think. You know, he's a very athletic person. You know, he has a decent eye. He has a lot of experience. He's been. You know, he was at the 2008 Olympics. You know, and fighting prior. You know, we've been fighting for a long time. You know, we were on the Olympic circuit together. So, you know. You have to have a certain, even though you might not have technical skill, he has a certain skill that you only can get with experience. You know what I'm saying? Which is a certain eye, a certain feel for a fight. You know what I'm saying? However you deal with it. You know, he's been in the fight. He's been in plenty of fights. You know, he knows what it feels like to get hit and take certain punches, and go through adversity. He's been through adversity tons of times, you know what I'm saying? So these are skills that you can't see, that, you know, it's not so apparent, you know, they're very hard, they're more subtle, you know what I'm saying? So these are things that it's very hard to measure, and I think that he has these things that, you know.
And Tyson Fury versus those skills you just mentioned?
Well, I think he's one of the best heavyweights out there right now. But I think it's the mindset, you know, I think his mindset, he's gonna have to prove me wrong on this one. But I just seen weakness in the mindset, you know what I'm saying?
People are saying this. There are people who are around him before the first fight, sorry for interrupting, but we have the conversation here.
Yeah.
People who saw him those weeks coming to the first fight in LA, and people who know how he was preparing now, how his mindset is, saying a different guy.
It's different.
Why? And what happened?
And that's what, you know, I think it's the type of personality Tyson Fury is. You know, he's a spotty, he's, you know, up and down type of person, and but he's a fighter by nature, so it's not like he won't get in there. It's not like he's scared or anything. I just think, you know, he's off and on. You know, I think he might be a little off this time. You know, and you know, like you said, when you see these certain tendencies, you see somebody's confidence. You know, he took that fight and he hadn't even fought anybody yet. You know, his confidence.
Francisco Pianeta,
right,
before fighting Deontay Wilder.
Exactly.
And he looked back versus Pianeta. I watched the fight.
Exactly. So, you know, these are things, you know, sometimes those type of fighters, my dad was like that, you know, you need some people need short notice.
Sorry, the photo bar.
My pleasure.
Another bounty. All right, thank you. You know, what were we saying?
About your dad being the same way.
Oh yeah, my dad was very similar, you know, fought good fights at short notice, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it was better for him to get a call on short notice than to give him a big time to train, you know what I'm saying? You know, some people, you know, just tend to be like that, you know, and I think I might be wrong. I could be wrong about it, but I didn't see maybe a little chink in his armor since this week.
I always want to ask the question, a fighter who is an elite heavyweight fighter. The question is, does Oleksandr Usyk deserve automatic mention in top 10? In WBO, he's mandatory, am I right?
Right.
Does he deserve the accolades fighting just one fight as a heavyweight?
And then,
well, you understand the question?
Yeah. Well, he's reigning champ, so from the cruiserweight. So I think he should get some type of incentive, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like he's just got a belt and got up.
Yeah.
He was the reigning champ, you know, he beat everybody. Yeah, he got all the belts. So I think he should get some type of, you know, but, you know, it's very hard to say. You know? It's very political, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think he should be getting what he's getting, you know what I'm saying, as far as
money-wise.
No,
or the
ranking, the position, you know, the speak, because you know, he hasn't fought a heavyweight fight, you know what I'm saying? And
one
really
in Chicago.
Yeah, but and it was kind of iffy, you know what I'm saying? Really?
Exactly, and Witherspoon is not the upper echelon of heavyweights.
Yes.
Not taking anything from him, but
yeah, I think
black is black, white is white. Yeah.
He just came out of retirement or something like that. It was like, I mean, I hadn't seen him in years, so it wasn't really a good show for Usyk. But you know, we'll see.
Those two guys, you mentioned the skills, both of them have it. But from what you're saying is everything is going to be decided in their heads. It's going to be the mental approach. It's going to be.
It's already the fight is already won. We're just going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But the fight has already been.
You think so?
Yes, it's already been figured out. We just are going to be up there to observe it. But something is.
This is interesting, Michael. You think so that you can predict what's going to happen because how they are right now?
I think you can give a good
Good read?
assessment. Yes, just because of the mindset. You know, we tend to be physical in the ring, but the game is mostly mental. You know what I'm saying? So
So Wilder for you.
yeah, I've changed. I was at Fury because he's the pure boxer. I'm more of a boxer. I come from that standpoint. But I've seen weakness. You know, you can't mess up somebody's mentality is everything. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can have the greatest skills, but if you don't have the best mindset to display them, then you know, what is it worth? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I've seen some spotty things that I didn't like out of Tyson, like you said, that I didn't see out of the first fight. You know what I'm saying? I seen a very confident person, like a nonchalant, like what the heck, you know, last time. You know, he's like, I'm gonna kick this dude's butt. This time he's already making excuses. I've heard a few things, and you know, saying he's dealing with situations and stuff like that. Before he had overcame them. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Now
Very good point. Yeah.
He's under them now again. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you know what? 10, 20, 30 million dollars extra in your bank account kind of sway your point of view slightly.
Yeah. It would sway my mental, I know that.
Michael Hunter, Michael, thank you very much. Always a great guy to talk to. Thank you very much.
Thank you.